This is basketball. This is pregame routine. Big Jeff Matt. Right. Hey, it's frozen. Yeah, we get like all this apparel. It's very. Sick to think what college will be when our
And welcome everybody to RPI basketball this afternoon. I'm Yancey Roy, bringing you the action on RPIathletics.com. Big matchup today in a matinee here at the East Campus Arena. The Ithaca Bombers in town to take on the RPI Engineers. This is a matchup that is going to do a lot to affect the Liberty League conference standings coming into this ball game. RPI is the leader in the conference at 8-1, 14-2 overall. Ithaca is right now sitting in third place, 7-3, 11-6 overall. They've played once earlier this season at Ithaca, and the RPI Engineers emerged with a 66-61 victory. This matchup is going to feature a contrast. You're going to have the league's top offense, Ithaca, going against the league's best defense in RPI. Ithaca coming in averaging about 79 points per game. RPI giving up just 56 points a game. Both teams coming off wins last night. RPI, if you missed it, we're right here at the East Campus Arena, defeated Union College, their arch rival from over in Schenectady, 63-46 in a game that was not that close in the second half. It was close all through the first half. RPI was trailing through most of the first half, but ended that first half with a 14-0 run. They ended up holding Union scoreless for a stretch of 10 minutes and 48 seconds, combining the first half and the second half, and went on to an easy win. Ithaca, meanwhile, was 3 hours away, 3.5 hours away over in Geneva, and taking on the Hobart Statesmen, a game that was back and forth till about midway through the half. Ithaca took charge and eventually won by 8 points. So that's the setting as we get ready to get underway. In a moment, we'll probably break for the national anthem. There is a full slate of action in the Liberty League, and I'll try to keep you up to date with what's going on elsewhere, because we're getting towards the end of the season when everyone's jockeying for position to get into the conference tournament. Like we say, a full slate of games, and we'll keep you up to date on those. Right now, a pause for the national anthem. And a little scouting report on the Ithaca Bombers as we get ready to get underway. The Bombers come in with an overall record of 11-6, conference record of 7-3. They're pretty good on the road. They're 6-4. They have a balanced attack led by senior center Luka Radovic, averaging 15.5 per game. One of their senior guards, Skylar Sinan, comes in at 13 points per game. Keep an eye out also for number 10, Liam Spellman. He is the conference's best three-point shooter, hitting 45% on the year. He leads the Bombers with 35 three-pointers and 78 attempts. Also, Zach Warwick is a guy who likes to come off the bench. He's played in all 17 games, only started one, but he leads in three-point attempts. He's made 26 out of 80 for just a hair under 33%. And also Logan Wendell, also off the bench, comes out firing. And he's not started a game, but he's averaged 4 three-pointers a game. He's attempted 68 of them on the year. Other stats to keep in mind as we get underway. Like I said, Ithaca with the league's best offense. They play at a typically faster pace than RPI. You look at total field goal attempts on the year, and right now Ithaca is attempting 11 more shots a game. And what does that work out to? That actually works out to 20% more attempts per game. So that gives you a little bit of an understanding that they're going to try to play at a faster pace than the Engineers. Engineers typically do a great job at slowing teams down. They've held opponents to just 56 points a game, and we saw that last night in the Union game when they held the Dutchmen to 46. Also, another stat to watch for, RPI is one of the best in rebound margin on the season, typically hauling in about 8 more than their opponents. The one conference game they lost this year to Vassar, part of the reason why they went down in that game is because they were just beaten on the boards by the Brewers. So here we are getting ready to get underway. Patrick Mahoney, the second leading scorer for the Engineers, is out again today. He turned his ankle in that game against Ithaca in Ithaca. He's been out since then. So in the starting lineup for him will be Brian Kelly, who played well last night against Union. He's number 42 on the far side of the tip-off circle. He'll be joined in the front court by number 11, Johnny Angbazo, and the center, number 35, Mason Memelar. Backcourt, Will Rubin and Dom Black. It's Radovich and Memelar, controlled by RPI. This is Dom Black. That's Memelar and Radovich. That's going to be a big matchup between the two starting centers there. Number 30, Radovich, is the leading scorer for the Bombers on the season. Comes in averaging 15.6 per game, also averaging nearly 6 rebounds a game. This is Gestger, and that's going to be almost an air ball. I think it just tipped the rim. Will Rubin with the rebound, bringing it the other way for the Engineers. Inside, Rubin off the glass, can't get it to fall. Rebound comes to Spellman. This is Leon Spellman, likes to shoot the three-pointer. That's Geschichter. Inside, looking to put it up off the glass. Now they'll go to the corner three, and it's in. Liam Spellman, as we mentioned in the pregame, best three-point shooter in the league, and he's on the board for the first point this afternoon, 3-0 Ithaca. Black won't take the three. Memelar pushed out a little bit far on that baseline. Kelly will take the three, and he's got it. So Brian Kelly starting in place of Patrick Mahoney. Kelly had a good game last night, and he's off to a hot start here as we're 3-all. Just a minute and 40 seconds into the ballgame. There's Radovich, and he can work inside. A nice reverse layup off the glass. Got inside position on Bazo. Radovich is the Bombers' leading scorer, again at 15.5 per game. He's out of Crestkill, New Jersey, sorry. Packed in tight. Radovich with the tip away. And the Bombers are going to try to push it. Radovich will take the three, and he's got it, and Ithaca is off to a hot start. And that's going to be a timeout for RPI Coach Gilbride as Ithaca comes out firing and takes an 8-3 lead. The Bombers have always had one of the better programs in the league. You might recall in 2020, last full season, right before the pandemic hit, the Bombers defeated RPI for the conference tournament title right here on this floor. That was arguably one of the best seasons in conference history in that 3 teams made it to the NCAAs. Ithaca won the conference tournament, but RPI and Hobart also received at-large invitations. Ithaca with a little bit of pressure here. Rubin gets it across. Eugster in the game for the first time, gets it away to Angbazo. Lots of traffic there, surrounded by 3 guys, and we get a good jump ball. And it will be Bombers ball. Right now for the Bombers, Sinan, Geschichter, and Sikoriak. Sinan, the second leading scorer, and Black inside with the rebound. Kelly will take a 3. This one's short. Rebound to Geschichter. Corner 3, Radovich decides to drive inside, blocked by Angbazo. Ruben made a good move to get inside, but just couldn't get the touch to put in the shot once he was there. Scoop shot and a nice one by number 5. That's George Sikoriak, a 6-foot senior out of Crestkill, New Jersey. And the Bombers are off to a 10-3 lead. RPI has had sort of a history of sluggish starts. We saw it last night. They were down 9-2 to Union. And off to a slow start again. And Radovich with the tip away, and the ball lands in the hands of Spellman. Ithaca coming the other way. Nice steal from Black. Can he take it all the way? And he does. Here's Spellman, and he's got another 3. He is the conference's best three-point shooter. He's got 2 of them so far in the first 4 minutes and 15 seconds. And Ithaca has an 8-point lead. And at least in the first 4.5 minutes here, the pace is much more at Ithaca's liking than RPI's. Dom Black with a 3. And again, 9 points for Spellman. Brian Kelly, and he's 2 for 3. So Kelly getting his second start in place of the injured Mahoney, and he's off to a hot start here. He's got 6 points. The Engineers trying to hang in with the hot shooting Bombers, and we've got a foul, and it's going to be a charge, or offensive illegal screen, I believe, against Spellman. He's trying to set the screen to get Sikoriak free in the lane. Angbazo is out, and number 12, Euchster, is in for the Engineers. Avery Euchster, sophomore, 6'3", out of San Antonio, Texas. He had a really terrific game off the bench last night. Hit 2 consecutive three-pointers in the middle of that second half that really just put the game away against Union College. And we got a shove being called against Skylar Synan. His first foul. Mimilar on the block. That's where he likes to get the ball. Good positioning and good help defense there for the Bombers. And now that one's blocked by Radovich. On the run, Sikoriak is hassled by 2 RPI Engineers and couldn't get it to fall. Euchster will take the 3. Oh, and he's just short. Last night it was from that left side. Of course, it was in the second half, so it was the other side of the court. He likes shooting from that left side, hit 2 in a row, which helped put away the game against the Union Dutchman. Boy, that's a nice move, switching the dribble hand in the lane for Skylar Synan, although it looks like he came down awkwardly on his ankle, hobbling a little bit.
Number 20, Dom Black.
Dom Black called for the foul, his first, team first.
22, Will Fredericks.
Kelly taking a breather for the Engineers, and in comes Will Fredericks, number 22, 6'4" junior out of Cornwall on Hudson. Nice feed to Radovich, but he can't get the bucket. Euchster with the dunk. And that brings the RPI bench players off the side. A lot of energy and fired up now from that dunk by Avery Euchster. (16-13). Ithaca with 13:32 to go in the first half. That's Zach Warich, 21, now in the game for the first time. Here's Radovich, and he's got another 3. And Boy, Ithaca is red hot on three-pointers, 5 out of 6, and that's why they have a 6-point lead. Spellman has hit 3 of them, Radovich 2. They've combined for 17 of the 19 points for the Bombers so far. Nice feed to Mimilar, but he's really boxed off by Radovich, and there's a steal by Sinan. And a block by Euchster, but he's going to get called for the foul. He thought he had all ball, but the ref right there on the play says he got some wrist as well. And that'll be the first foul on Euchster, team second. Kelly is going to come back in, and now Will Rubin will take a rest. Both teams off to a hot start shooting. Ithaca right now 7 of 12, 58%. RPI 5 of 8, 63%.
Number 30, Alex Barron in for Ithaca.
Radovich is going to take a break now, and coming in for Ithaca and playing the middle will be Alex Barron. He's number 32. He's a 6'5" senior out of Wellesley, Mass. We've got I believe, a clock issue. We're going to back this up. 20-13 Ithaca. Both teams off to a really hot start shooting the ball, and the pace of play has been more like the Bombers like it, nice and fast. RPI likes to tend to slow the other opponent down and just grind them down with defense. There's Black. Euchster. Mimilar being shoved way off the block there by Barron, and he loses the handle. Fight for the ball. Sinan gets the tip away, and I think it's going to be Frederick who gets called for the foul. Yeah, he kind of collided into Sinan as they were scrambling for control. That is Frederick's first foul, team third. There's Spellman, 3 3-pointers already. At 21 is Warwick. He likes to shoot the 3 as well. Inside Barron, got 2 men right there, and Euchster with the block. Mimilar's got a height advantage down there on Sinan, but 3 people collapse on him. Air ball by Euchster, but right there, Mimilar's in the right place at the right time and bounces it off the foot of Alex Barron. And it'll be, well, it would be, should have been RPI ball, but at the same time, the shot clock expired, so it will be Ithaca basketball.
Shot clock violation, Ithaca will inbound.
You might have heard it there in the background, just as Euchster shot that air ball. Mimilar went to save it, try to bounce it off of Barron's leg, but not before the shot clock went off. Number 11, Noah Downing, now in for the Bombers. There's a 3 by Logan Wendell, and it's 23-13, biggest lead of the afternoon for the Bombers. Stolen away. Wendell, 2-on-1 break to Warwick. And now it's a 12-point lead for the Bombers and another timeout for the Engineers. 25-13, and right now Ithaca just doing what it wants to offensively. RPI is a team that is the best in the league at holding down opponent scoring and shooting percentage, and none of that is happening just yet. Right now the Bombers just lighting it up all over. 9 of 14 overall in field goals, and in 3-pointers, they're 6 out of 7. And that's how they built this 12-point lead. A lot of guys hot right now for Ithaca. Liam Spellman with 9 points on 3 of 3 from three-point land. Luka Radovic has 8 points. That includes 2 3-pointers. And you've got Wendell with 4, Sikoriak with 2, and Warwick also with 2. Warwick with that layup on that really well-run 2-on-1 fast break there by the Bombers after the steal. RPI is not shooting the ball poorly by any means. They're 5 out of 9. But there's just fewer attempts so far for the Engineers. Just 9 shots compared to Ithaca's 14. And scoring-wise, the Engineers right now led by Brian Kelly, who has 6 points on 2 3-pointers. Kelly is back in. He's looking to inbound the ball. Lots of pressure. That's Angbazo. He's trapped in the corner, and he just throws it away over everybody, over Will Rubin, who was on that side of the court. And so everything kind of going Ithaca's way right now. This is Warwick to inbound it. That's Downing on the point right now. Wendell looking to drive, pulls up, and for once one of the Bombers' shots won't fall. Wide open Fredericks. It's a little short. RPI 3 of 6 from distance in the early going here. It's Tristan Winterston, number 13, now into the ball game. Ithaca basically with a whole new 5. None of the starters in right now. Blocked by Fredericks. Angbazo taking advantage of the fall of Wendell, but can't get the shot to drop. He was fouled, so he'll go to the line. So Ithaca giving a breather to all of its starters right now, so including Spellman and Radovic, their 2 leading scorers in this game. So it'll be interesting to see how long Coach Waleed Fareed keeps the second 5 out there, and whether RPI can make a dent in what is right now a 12-point deficit.
Number 30, Luka Radovic in the game for Ithaca.
And no sooner do I say that the starters are out, does Radovic come right back in for Barrett. So Radovic is the 1 starter in there with 4 other guys off the bench for the Bombers right now. Radovic looking to drive. Downing in the lane, and he gets it to fall. Nice cut to the lane by Downing. Had the wide open 8-footer and sinks it to make it a 14-point Ithaca lead. Biggest of the afternoon. Got a bump here, and is that going to go against Warren? It is. He was trying to get around the screen that was set by Memilar. First foul of the day on Downing. That is the team's 4th. Angbazo. Inside, jump shot, it just won't fall. A little short. Nice hustle by Memilar, but he loses control. Picked up by Kelly into the corner. Fredericks, and I think he stepped on the line. Yep. He's hanging out in that left corner, position for a 3-point shot, but as he moved to make his cut towards the basket, stepped on the line, and it's Ithaca basketball. Down low, Radovic can't get it to fall. Nice positioning by Fredericks to cut off Radovic and get the rebound. Ithaca still on an 11-0 run right now. Mimlar tried to just thread that through a lot of feet and was kicked out of bounds by one of the Bombers. Again, RPI has not scored since the 13:37 mark. That was on that dunk by Euchster, the one that really brought a lot of energy to the bench and fired up the crowd here, cut the lead to 3. And now Kelly is fouled on a three-pointer, so they'll get a chance to end that drought. As I was saying, Euchster dunked at the 13:37 mark, and since then it's been 11 straight points by the Bombers as they extended their lead from 3 to 14. And Kelly finally ends the drought with that free throw. Kelly is the leading scorer so far today for the Engineers with 7. Some of the Ithaca starters coming back in. Number 4, Andrew Geschichter. And number 10, Liam Spellman, also back in. And number 2, Skylar Synan. So 4 of the 5 starters back in now for Ithaca. 9 points for Kelly, hitting all 3 to get the Engineers back within 11. Radovich had a step on Bazo, couldn't get the basket, but he does draw the foul.
RPI's number 11, Johnny Bazo, with his first personal 4th team foul. Luka Radovich at the line.
By hitting both, Radovich now has 10 points. He's the first player this afternoon to reach double digits, and the lead goes back out to 13. Bazo. Bombers right now doing a good job of not letting either Bazo or Mimlar get good position either in the lane or right on the block. They're pushing them out. Here's Black. Can't get that one to fall. Spellman saves it for the rebound for the Bombers. Again, the pace of play is much more Ithaca's style as well. This one's a little bit short. Kelly with the rebound. One place you can see that sort of pace of play is that Ithaca's been able to take 18 field goal attempts so far, and RPI just 12. Nice feed inside to Black. He used his position to get around Geschichter, and a nice entry pass from Kelly. And the Engineers cut it back to 11. Blocked by Bazo. Here's Bazo. Ithaca collapsing on either him or Mimlar anytime they get the ball down low. Shot clock at 4, 3, and Black stepped on the line, on the sideline.
4-5 George Sikoriak in the game.
Sikoriak, number 5, back in for Ithaca. And Winterston at the bench. Nice defense by Kelly and a steal by Mimlar. Black, boy, he's strong inside. He's just a guard at 6'3", but he's often able to outmuscle the defender on the block, just like you saw him do right there. And Black and Synan with a tough fight for the rebound, and it comes out to Ruben. Now the RPI Engineers can cut into this lead a little bit. It's down to 9. Black inside, forces the play, and is going to get an attempt to shoot free throws as being called for the fouls. Number 5, George Sikoriak with the body there. Radovich thought he got all ball, and he probably did, but the foul is called instead on Sikoriak, who's kind of with his chest trying to ride Black to the outside of the paint. Dom Black now the first engineer to reach double digits as he has 10 points here in the first half. He and Kelly have been pretty much doing all of the scoring for the engineers. Black with 10, Kelly with 9, and Euchster with 2, and that has been it. And now 11 for Black. 7-point lead for Ithaca. Big difference in this game right now is that 11-0 run by the Bombers about midway through this half. Radovich with another 3 and another timeout for RPI. Radovich now with 13 points, leading all scorers. Ithaca back out to a double-digit lead, 32-22. Take a chance to catch up on some of the team stats here. Both teams hitting 50% from the floor, but the real difference here is that Ithaca's been able to take 22 shots. They've made 11 of them. RPI has taken just 14 field goal attempts. They've made 7. 3-point shooting also, Ithaca remaining red hot there, 7 out of 11, 64%. RPI is 3 of 7 for 43%. Both teams doing well from the line, not a lot of action there yet. Ithaca 3 of 4, RPI 5 of 7. And one category that the engineers are dominating in right now is rebounds, and they hold a 14-6 lead. The problem for the engineers, and the reason why the rebounding edge is negated, is when you look down further down the stat sheet at turnovers, where you see just 4 for Ithaca, and you see 13 for the engineers. Ithaca defense really moving and switching with the ball, moving that zone all over and not collapsing on any RPI guy that has the ball. And there's a fight inside for the rebound. I think it's going to go against Ithaca. I think it's going to be against Witterston. Trying to shove Euchster out of the way as they were battling for rebounding position. Looks like Rubin is going to check back in, and Mimilar will take a breather. That's the 7th team foul on Ithaca, so Avery Euchster will be going to the line for a 1-and-1 opportunity. Perfect on both. He has 4 points on the afternoon, and it's an 8-point deficit for the engineers. It's Winterston trying to get inside. Can't get the shot to fall, though. Scramble for the ball, and it's come to Angbazo. Once down by 14, and they've steadily chipped away. They've got it back down to 8. They've slowed down the pace a little bit, which is much more to their liking. And that's a tip away by Winterston. Will he try to push it? Now he's going to find his man on the wing. That's Spellman. Can't get that one. Spellman hit 3 3-pointers early in the game, but can't find the range there. And as they fought for the ball, Spellman came down out of bounds first, and so it will be RPI basketball. Sinan's going to check out, and back in is Geschichter, number 4 for the engineers. Again, RPI looking for the trends here. RPI started off slowly. It cut back to reduce the lead to 3 at 16-13. Seemed like they had momentum, and then they just went on a dry spell, and Ithaca got hot, ran off 11 straight points, went up 27-13. Since then, it's just been a steady grind for the Engineers to cut into this lead. They've got it down to 8, a chance to reduce it even further to 6 or 5 on this possession. Shot clock at 10. Rubin will take the 3. It's a little strong. Not a good offensive set there by the Engineers. Had to settle for a long 3 and not an open one at that. Geschichter. Well, the Bombers have cooled off in 3-pointers. They were 6 of 7, now they're 7 of 12. On the line, under 3 minutes to play. I'd say the scoring pace has definitely slowed down in the last 4 or 5 minutes of action here. That's more to RPI's liking. 21, Zach Warich. He's back in the game for the Bombers. He'll be bringing it up. Trying to baseline. Nice cut and feed to Sinan right there. A 2-man game run there by Warwick and Sinan. Now the Engineers had a chance to cut it. They had it down at 8, could have got it down to 6 or 5, couldn't convert, and instead Ithaca back up by 10 as we're getting down close to the 2-minute mark. Memilar hits the basket, his first field goal of the afternoon, and the Engineers back to within 8. And Sinan heating up now. He was off to a slow start, hadn't scored in the first 18 minutes of the half. Now he's got 4 points. Trying to drive the lane. Kelly in the corner. Shot clock at 5. Black inside. Nice reverse move by Black for the layup. 8-point lead as we get down to 1:20. Important to close out on a strong finish here. There's a steal by Black. We saw that pass all the way. Now he's got a 2-on-2 chance, and he's going to slow it up, bring it back out. Rubin inside, and he's called for the travel. Tried to do the head fake, but maybe shuffled the foot a little bit, and he's called for the travel. Angbazo coming in for the Engineers, and Rubin will take it. 1:03 to go in a half, 8-point game. There's going to be a couple of important possessions right here in the last minute. You know, this Ithaca hit another basket and go in up by double digits. Can RPI turn it the other way and get it down to maybe 6, which would be a little bit of a moral victory here in the first half. And that gets the roll rather. Sinan did not score. He's their second leading scorer. He had nothing to show until about 2 minutes left to go in this half, and now he scored the last 6 points for the Bombers, and they are up by 10. Shot clock at 15. Euchster inside off the glass. Nice cut by Euchster, backdoor, and putting it off the glass and in, and the lead is now 8, and we're under 20 seconds to go. Shot clock is off. Ithaca will hold for the final attempt. They're up by 8. They've had pretty much everything go their way the first half, especially including the pace of play. It's been fast for most part. It's Ithaca's style. And we've got an offensive foul. I believe that's going to be on Sinan. No, I'm sorry, that's going to be on Radovich, who was trying to set the screen for Sinan. And so the Engineers will have a chance, although not much. 0.9 seconds left, so someone will have to catch it and just fire it up immediately. Black's going to be the inbounder.
It's first.
And we'll see if anybody can get free for a shot here. Fraction of a second remaining. Agbazo from half court. And that's how the first half ends. Dominated by Ithaca, but RPI with a comeback in the final 5 minutes to get this within sort of shouting distance, and they go to the locker rooms with Ithaca up 38-30. We'll come back a few minutes before the second half to give you some of the first half stats and a roundup from around the league. A lot of action going on in the Liberty Conference this afternoon. But for right now, we'll take a break. Halftime score, Ithaca 38, RPI 30. Welcome back, fans, to the second half of today's ball game between the Ithaca Bombers and the RPI Engineers. I'm Yancey Roy here on athletics.com. First half ended, Ithaca up 38-30. Most things going the Bombers' way. We'll get to some of those stats, but first I want to catch you up on some of the other action in the Liberty League this afternoon. Every team in the league is underway. Everybody tipped off at 4 o'clock. It's some really terrific games. Close all over the place. Check these out. Let's start up in the North Country. Clarkson, which right now is in 9th place in the conference, looking for an upset. They are playing second place Vassar, and Clarkson is leading at halftime, 34-33. They game up in Potsdam. Also in the North Country, St. Lawrence and Bard tied 36-36 at halftime. Over in Geneva, regional rivalry out there, the Hobart Statesmen with a 43-42 lead over Rochester Institute of Technology. And finally, the other game going on today is a Capital Region matchup up in Saratoga Springs. Union College with a 42-32 lead over Skidmore. And right here in Troy, things have been mostly the Ithaca Bombers' way as they lead 38-30. If you missed the first half, Ithaca got off to a hot start with 3-pointers, making 6 of their first 7. This key point in this game, the Bombers were off to an early lead. RPI, they were up 16-8. RPI started to get some momentum. Avery Euster came off the bench with a dunk. Really fired up the bench and the crowd here for RPI to cut it to 16-13. But then the Engineers just went on a drought, and Ithaca scored 11 straight to go up by 14. Ever since then, it's been RPI trying to claw its way back, right now down by 8. Leading scorers at the half for RPI. It's basically been led by 2 guys, Dom Black with 13 and Brian Kelly with 9. They have 22 of the Engineers' 30 points. Euster has 6 and Mason Memilar with 2. Over on the Ithaca side, Luka Radovich, their center and leading scorer with 13. Liam Spellman, he's got 9 points, all on 3-pointers. He is the conference's best 3-point shooter, and he showed that here this afternoon, going 3 of 4 from 3-point land. Also for the Bombers, Skylar Sinan with 6 and Logan Wendell with 4. Some other key stats here. You look at team rebounds. Engineers dominating there, 16-7, but that is more than offset when you look at the turnover category, because there the Engineers have 15 turnovers and Ithaca just 6. Also, in terms of shooting attempts, really leaning Ithaca's way. The Bombers have been able to put up 28 shots. They've made 14 of them for 50%. RPI has 19 shots. They've made 53%, so their shooting percentage is fine. It's just that there's so many turnovers that they don't have nearly the same number of field goal attempts as the Bombers. As we get ready to get underway here in the second half, RPI will have the ball down by 8. Starting 5 back out there. Brian Kelly inbounding. Kelly is starting today, as he did last night, for Patrick Mahoney, who injured his ankle last time the Bombers and Engineers played. Kelly is off to a good game. He's got 9 points. The Engineers inside have not scored a lot for the Bombers. Here's Kelly for a 3, and he's off to another hot start here in the second half. Hit his first 3-pointer in the first half. He hits his first one here. He's got 12 for the Engineers. He cut the lead to 5. That's the closest it's been a long time. Steal by Black. He's going to be able to control it. Can he go all the way for the layup? Puts it up off the glass and in. Engineers with the first 5 points here in the second half, trying to just take momentum away from the Bombers, who controlled it from most of the first. A lot of energy on the RPI bench now. Blocked by Memilar. Rubin picks it up. Memilar with a breakaway. And he gets the roll, and now it's all of a sudden a 1-point game in Ithaca. Calls timeout. RPI with a 7-0 run to start the second half. And all of a sudden, this is a 1-point ball game. A 3-pointer by Kelly, and successive baskets by Black and then Memilar Engineers out to a 7-0 start here in the second half, and it's 38-37. That is the closest it's been in a long time here. In fact, we'll have to double check the last time the Engineers were within 1 point. And you have to get this, you have to go all the way back to when it was 3-3, a minute and a half into the afternoon. They've not been that, the Engineers have not been close since 1 minute and 29 seconds into the ball game. They've not had the lead all day either. So now, Ithaca kind of reeling, trying to recapture its poise. Quick timeout there by Coach Waleed Fareed. He's in his first year as head coach of the Bombers. He came over from Hartwick College in Oneonta, where he had coached for 4 years. Taking over traditionally one of the better teams in the league, Bombers. Won the last conference tournament 2 years ago. Made it to the NCAAs. Right now they're sitting at 11-6. Third place in the conference at 73. Tight defense by RPI. That's going to be what's going to be needed if they're going to prevail here today. It's always the defense with these guys. And there it's forcing a turnover. They couldn't get the ball inside to Spellman. Black right there on him, and now RPI with a chance to gain its first lead of the afternoon. The Engineers have been a second half team all year. See if they can pull it off again here against the Ithaca Bombers. Nemillar looking for Ambazo, decides to take it himself. Kelly, and he's been the best three-point shooter all afternoon for the Engineers, and he's got another one, and the Engineers have their first lead all day. It's 40-38 RPI. How about Brian Kelly, 15 points. Starting in place of Patrick Mahoney, the team's second leading scorer. Mahoney out with an injured ankle, his right foot in a boot. I see him over there on the bench for the suit and tie. Ball stolen by Black, recovered by the Bombers, and now a three-pointer there by Sikoriak, or rather by Schickler. And Ithaca back on top by 1. One-point game. Here's Kelly, makes a nice move, scoop shot. Oh, he just can't get the roll. Nice spin move by Geschichter. There's Spellman. Sikoriak cut off by Black. Shot clock at 10. Long three, and that's going to be short. Scramble for the ball. Black saves it. Oh, boy, he was trying to save it and toss it to Bazo, and he couldn't do it, and he ran into the scorer's table on the other side. Hit it really hard, but he shakes it off and is back up and ready to go. That foul is going to be called on Geschichter as he and Black collided on the sideline. It's his first foul and first team foul of this half. So 41-40 Ithaca. Just played a little bit over 3 minutes here. That ball tipped away by Geschichter. RPI offense has been a sort of a two-man gang right now. Kelly with 15 and Black with 15. 30 of the Engineers' 40 points. Kelly. Black won't take the three. Nice feed inside Nemillar. Jump step. Shot just won't go. Nice tip away by Black. He says it went off of Geschichter's hand, but it will be Bombers basketball. Skylar Simon, senior experienced point guard, gets around but can't get the ball. But boy, there, right place, right time. Nice follow-up by Sikoriak. And the Bombers extend their lead to 3. Engineers took the lead 40-38. They held it for all of 32 seconds. That's the only stretch that they've led in this entire game. Trying to get their offense untracked here in the second half. Mimilar, a lot of traffic, can't get anyone and throws it away. Fast break the other way. Nice Euro step and reverse layup there by Geschichter. And now Ithaca has scored 7 straight. He's halted that RPI momentum and regained the lead here. Mimilar, nice feed on Bazo. Ball tipped away. No foul call, and it's going to be Ithaca's ball. Skylar Sinan in traffic, in trouble, and there's a steal by Rubin. 5-point game, RPI down. Here's Mimilar inside, pump fake once, twice, and he will draw the foul. So it was 38-30 Ithaca at the half. RPI just came out storming and scored the first 10 points to go up 40-38. It was the only time the Engineers have led all afternoon. They held that lead for a total of 32 seconds before the Bombers regained their composure and rattled off 7 straight of their own to go up 45-40. One free throw there by Mimilar, and that's where we stand right now, 45-41. Warwick back in for the Bombers, number 21. And Eugster in for the Engineers. Here's Spellman. Radovich will take the 3. That's way off. Long pass, Eugster. Layup. Oh, it won't fall, but he's going to get to the free throw line. Mason Mimilar saw Eugster streaking down the court through a high arcing pass and got it over the defense, but Eugster making the catch, not able to get off the shot without getting hacked, so he will go to the line for 2. Engineers are making a living at the line right now, 10 out of 12 on the afternoon. Bazo, offensive rebound and the putback, and we're tied at 45. Seesaw game here in the second half. Nice tip away by Eugster, denying the pass to Radovich. Yeah, it's been a seesaw game here. Engineers scoring the first 10 points of the half. Ithaca coming back with 7 straight, and now RPI with 5 straight. We're all tied at 45. As we get close to the 14-minute mark to go here in the second half. Sign and fade away, won't fall. Rebound, boy, in traffic, tough rebound by George Sikoriak, who's only at 6 feet tall, but he grabbed that out of the pile in the lane. Radovich, and he hits his first 3-pointer of the second half, and Ithaca regains the lead here, 48-45. Bazo inside, reverse layup, and it goes. 4 points for Johnny Agbazo, 1-point game. Radovich again, he likes that left side, and he's got 2 in a row. And Ithaca is going to call a timeout now. 2 in a row for Luka Radovich. He now has a game-high 19 points. And every time the Engineers sort of take the lead or tie it up, Ithaca's had the answer. And this time it's been 2 consecutive three-pointers by the center, Luka Radovich, showing his range. He's now got 19 on the afternoon. Let's run down some of the individual stats while we get a chance. For the Engineers scoring, it's been a sort of a 2-man punch here. Dom Black and Brian Kelly with 15 apiece to lead the way. Avery Euxter with 7, Mason Memilar with 6, and Johnny Angbazo with 4. Rebounds, your leaders there are Will Rubin and Johnny Angbazo with 5 apiece. Several players have 2 assists apiece for the Engineers. Over on the Bombers side, Radovich leading the way with 19. Liam Spellman has 9. He had 3 of his first, he hit his first 3 three-point attempts. Hasn't made anything since. He does lead the Bombers with 4 rebounds. Engineers break the press, get near the 13-minute mark. Ryan Kelly having a big game, starting in place of Mahoney today. Black in a lot of traffic, just couldn't get that shot up. The shot clock was running down, and it will be Ithaca basketball. Good defense there by the Bombers. Didn't allow any open looks for the Engineers, and when Black tried to take it to the hole, they had 3 guys collapsing around him. Nice feed, Radovich. Oh, wow, all around the rim and out. Memilar with the rebound. Black draws the foul. You'll notice it's been sort of a whistle-free second half. RPI has not been called for a single team foul yet. And for Ithaca, that is just its 4th. But it was in the act of shooting, so Black will be at the line for 2. He is 2 of 2 this afternoon. Well, now make that 2 of 3, as the jinx works, I suppose. On the season, Black is a 73% free throw shooter. Three-point game. Long 3, and that's off. And it's Will Fredericks back in the ball game with the rebound. Engineers can tie it with a 3. And you got to wonder if they'll look to Kelly. He's 4 of 4 from distance this afternoon. Black in trouble, and it's blocked by Radovich. Black tries to steal it back, and instead, he's going to be called for a foul.
RPI foul number 35, Mason Memilar, his first, team's first.
Memilar taking a breather. Black as well, back in now for the Engineers. Let's set their lineup. They've got Rubin and Fredericks basically in the backcourt, Angbazo, Euxter, and Kelly in the front court. Logan Wendell, number 1, also back in for Ithaca. Nice backdoor cut to the basket, blocked by Euxter. And finally, Kelly comes up with a loose ball, and the Engineers, again, with another chance to tie it as we get to the 11.5-minute mark to go in the second half. Euxter looking for someone. Shot clock at 10. Nice backdoor cut. Euxter, reverse layup won't fall, but he does draw the foul, and he'll go to the line. So that was Rubin seeing the backdoor cut by Euxter. Trying to go under the goal for the reverse layup. Got hacked along the way, so he'll go to the line.
Houston at the line for 2 shots.
Avery is 3 of 4 from the line so far this afternoon, 7 total points. And make that 4 of 5. On the season, he's shooting 64% in free throws. And he's 5 of 6 today. He's got 9 total points, and it's a 1-point game. Sign a nice strong move, and he's going to draw the foul from Rubin. One thing to look at, the Engineers have done a much better job of just driving to the goal and forcing fouls or creating fouls sort of by the Bombers. Look at the free throw attempts, 17 so far for the Engineers, and this one is just the 5th for Ithaca. Sinan now with 8 points. He's been their second leading scorer on the season. Came in averaging 13. And he stretches the lead back out to 3. Rubin in traffic, pulls up, 12-footer, won't fall. Fredericks fought for the rebound, but Ithaca's going to save it and bring it back the other way. Long 3, and that's short. Boy, swatted back out by Barron. Nice play by him. He couldn't get his both hands on the ball, but tipped it to a teammate. Barron gets the pass inside, can't get it to fall. Nice defense by Fredericks. The Engineers, again, a chance to tie with a 3. Vazo trying to get the baseline, and he's going to get bumped by Alex Barron. Barron is the backup center in there, giving Radovich a breather. Radovich, the leading scorer in the ballgame right now with 19.
Alex Barron, that's his first. Team 6.
Now his first foul, but that's going to be the team's 6th. So Ithaca now reaching the limit in fouls. RPI will be shooting on every foul from here on out. 3-pointer in the corner. Fredericks just a little to the left. Kind of hit the back iron. That would have tied it. Euchster's going to get called for the bump there. Warwick had kind of gotten the angle around on him, and he got bumped. But that will just be the 4th team foul this half for the Engineers. Or rather, 3rd team foul. So the Engineers not in any kind of foul trouble or anywhere near the bonus just yet. Barron inside, got position but can't get the bank shot. Here's Logan Wendell, he's got a 3. Boy, big 3-pointer for Logan Wendell. And the lead is just back out to 6 points. Fredericks again from that left corner. Can't find the range there. And it'll be Ithaca basketball. Black and Mimlar checking back in for RPI, and Fredericks and Kelly heading to the bench. Radovich, number 30, the game's leading scorer with 19. He's back in for Ithaca, as is Spellman, number 10, their best 3-point shooter. Hit his first 3 of the day, but been pretty quiet since then. Bazo with the rebound in the lane. Oh, collision. I think it's just tangling up of feet there. And it'll be Engineers basketball. Euchster. Rubin, shot clock at 7. There's a three-point attempt. It's just off the left side. Engineers have missed 3 three-point attempts in a row as they've tried a couple of times to tie it, and that time they try to get it within 3. And there's a throwaway. Logan Wendell kind of lost his footing. I don't know if he turned his ankle, but he was about to travel, so he just fired it over to his right, but over the head of his teammate and out of bounds. Wendell's going to get a breather, and Skylar Synan, the senior, number 2, back in for the Bombers.
Low side, low side.
Memilar, pump fake, baseline, jump shot, jump step, and it's in for Mason Memilar. Eight minutes to go in the second half, a 4-point lead for the Bombers. Oh, Memilar thought he got all ball, but I believe he's the one that's going to be called for the foul there. Yep. His second, team 4th. Some other scores real quick. Second half, Hobart 66, RIT 59 with 10 minutes to go. St. Lawrence and Bard tied at 58, 8.5 minutes to go. Skylar Synan. Nice defense by Rubin, not allowing him anywhere. Three-pointers blocked. And now a charge on Radovich. All right, nice hustle, nice defense by the Engineers. Rubin wouldn't let Synan get in the lane. He forced it out to Radovich. Memilar got the block shot, and then Radovich ran over an Engineer for the charging foul. The rest of the scoreboard, Vassar now leading Clarkson 66-61 with about 7 minutes to go. And up in Saratoga Springs, a tight game. Union College 57, Skidmore 54. That one has 8 minutes to go. Tom Black, here's Memilar. Rubin fakes the 3, fakes the 2. Kelly with a 3, and he's got it again. Brian Kelly, the most effective outside shooter today for the Engineers. He's just been red hot for three-point land. 5 for 5 for Brian Kelly from distance. Won't go. Warwick. There's Synan inside, boy. Nice tough shot in traffic by the senior, Skylar Synan. He's been a good player through the years for the Bombers. He hit a tough one there in the lane. And Ithaca back up by 3. 6.5 minutes to go. Bazo then coming up a little short. There might have been a hand on the ball there by Barron. Barron in 32 giving Radovich a rest again. Synan, down low Barron. Will he go up over Kelly? Hook shot, won't fall. He's come up short on a lot of those, just kind of short on him. Angbazo with the breakaway. Can't get it to fall.
Number 21, Zach Roy with the foul, his first personal. 8th team foul.
8th team foul for the Engineer, or rather for the Bombers. First on Warwick. Akbazo shooting 2, a chance to get the Engineers within 1 as we're now under 6 minutes to play. Bazo now 1 of 3 from the free throw line. He's got 5 points total on the afternoon. Again, this is a matchup between the first place team in the league, RPI, and the third place team, Ithaca. Get to the home stretch of the conference season. Teams trying to not only qualify for the tournament, but see who's going to host it. That'll be the first place team will get that honor. RPI finished first and was able to host the conference tournament in 2020, and then lost the title game to these very Ithaca Bombers in a tight game. That was 2 years ago, right before the pandemic hit. Tough shot by Radovich. He's got 21. Every time the Engineers seem on the verge of trying to make a run here, most recently that Kelly three-pointer, Ithaca Bombers have come back with some sort of answer. Kelly over to Black for the three. He's got it. Dom Black, boy, he's had a shooting day for himself. 7 of 9 overall, including 2 of 3 three-pointers. He's got a team-high 19. He and Kelly have been the 1-2 punch offensively for the Engineers, combining for 37 of their 60 points, and we are tied at 60 with 5:14 to go. The Engineers' defense has really picked it up in the second half, and one of the things you notice is the shooting totals for the Ithaca Bombers. They were hitting right around 50% for most of the first half. Now their total is down to 44%. They're 22 of 50 overall. Engineers 19 of 36 for 53%. And if you're wondering why the disparity in the number of shots taken, 50 for Ithaca and 36 for the Engineers, well, the answer there is in turnovers. The Engineers gave up 13 turnovers in the first half, 18 now overall. Ithaca with a total of 12, so that's evened up a bit in the second half, but there was just a flood of turnovers by the RPI Engineers in the first half, which allowed Ithaca to, at one point, build a 14-point lead. In traffic, there's a layup high off the glass on Bazo. Boy, rebound in traffic and up and in. Tough rebound by Radovich. Game high 23 points, and Ithaca back out on front, out on top by 2. From the corner, another one for Black, and the Engineers have the lead, 63-62. For the second time this afternoon, they've had the lead. Black with 22 points. Synan, oh boy, another tough shot, rising up with a mid-range jumper by the senior, Skylar Synan. He's got 12 on the afternoon. 64-63 Ithaca. Back and forth the two teams goes. Black can't get it to fall, but he will draw the foul from Warwick. So he'll head to the line and a chance to put the Engineers back in front.
Zach Warwick is 7. Team's 9. Don Black at the line for the Engineers.
Back and forth this game has gone. The Engineers now a chance to regain the lead. Still can tie it with this one. Ithaca dominated the first half. 1 point leading by 14, had an 8-point lead at halftime, 38-30. Engineers scored the first 10 of the second half to go up 40-38. Ithaca at 1 point got the lead back up to 6, but it's pretty much been a dogfight ever since it was 56-55 with 7:19 to go. Back and forth, back and forth. Right now we're tied at 64 as we get to the 340 mark. Logan Wendell with a three-pointer, a little bit short on Bazo with the rebound. 3.5 minutes to go, and now we get towards crunch time. Engineers starting five back out there. Their two best scorers all day have been Black and Kelly. 23 and 18 points respectively. Bazo inside, trying to drive. A lot of traffic, couldn't get it to fall. Warwick coming back the other way, cut off by Black, but he's going to get charged with the foul there. Coach Gilbride telling the refs that they missed a foul as Bazo was driving to the lane on the previous possession. Ithaca ball, tie game, 64 apiece, 3 minutes and 10 seconds to go in the second half. Spellman. Called the foul on Memilar. Hand check. Couldn't really see it from this angle, to be honest. Shot clock at 15. Spellman. Oh, he made his first three and hasn't been heard of since. Memilar looking for an option. He'll take the jumper instead, and he hits it. Mason Memilar puts the Engineers ahead, 66-64. He's now got 10 on the afternoon. Third Engineer player in double digits. Back and forth we go. This game has been that way since about 7:19 to go. When the Engineers hit a jumper to make it 56-55, no one's had more than a three-point lead since then. Right now it's the Engineers by 2. They struggled throughout the first half. That's kind of been their story through the season. Sluggish first half. Started the second half on a 10-0 run, and it's just been back and forth ever since then. Let me catch you up on a couple of other scores while we got a stoppage of play here. Hobart now starting to pull away from RIT, leads 83-69 with 4:45 to go in that game. Up in Canton, Bard and St. Lawrence tied at 69 with 2:52 to go. In Clarkson, or rather at Clarkson University, Vassar College now leading by 4, 75-71, 2:51 to play in that ball game. And finally up in Saratoga Springs, 3 minutes to go, Skidmore 61, Union 57. Right here at 66-64 RPI, 2:28 to go. And it will be Ithaca ball. Warwick in along with Sinan. Radovich back in for the Bombers along with Spellman and Wendell. Here's Wendell. Boy, nice feed to Radovich. Can he get the shot up to go? No, but he will draw the foul. The senior guard, Skylar Sinan, has been really tough, especially in the lane, either with the mid-range jumpers or finding the open teammate. And that time he threaded a pass into Radovich on the block. Luka Radovich could not get the basket to fall, but he'll go to the line with a chance to tie it. He is leading Ithaca with 23 points and make that 24, so he is the high scorer in the game. Dom Black right now with 23 for the Engineers. And we're tied again with 2:03 to play, 66 all. Again, this is a matchup of the first place RPI Engineers and the third place Ithaca Bombers. So very important this outcome to how the league will finish this year. RPI trying to win the regular season title for the second straight full season. Of course, last year was canceled. Bazo on the baseline. Can't find anything. There's Black. Feed to Mimilar. Hook shot. Oh, and it gets the roll. A baby hook for Mason Mimilar. RPI back up by 2. Sign and inside. He's a good scorer in there, but the reverse won't go this time. Bazo with the rebound. RPI has never had more than a 2-point lead. But a chance to stretch that now. Chance to maybe seize a little bit of control as we get towards 1 minute to play. The basket right now would be huge. Black in traffic, left-handed. He gets it to fall. RPI by 4. Warwick inside. There's Wendell. Running one-hander, won't fall. Radovich, the guy there for the rebound again for the Bombers. He has been their main man all afternoon. Luka Radovich, 25 points. And he will head to the line for 2. Now, if he makes this one, I would expect Ithaca will pick up with full court pressure. Looking for the turnover because we're down to 44.8 seconds to go here in the ball game. And we're going to have a timeout by Ithaca. Going to try to set up some sort of defensive full court pressure for a trap, some sort of steal. They don't have to foul, because we do have 44.8 seconds to go, but they've got to prevent RPI from scoring on this possession. Engineers trailed almost all afternoon. They were down 14 points in the first half as Ithaca was just, the pace of play was to Ithaca's fitting in that first half. They ran out to a 14-point lead. They were just running and gunning all over. Second half has been a completely different story. Bombers have been held to 30 points, and RPI's sort of grinded out defense has kind of taken over, got them back into the game. They've got a 2-point lead. We'll see if they can hold on to it for the final 44.8 seconds here in Troy. Engineers, starting 5 is back out there. That's Memilar, Kelly, Rubin, Black, and Ambazo. And for the Bombers, getting some quicker guys in there. Winterston, 13, is back in, along with Warwick, Spellman, Sinan, and Radovich. In the corner, Ambazo, they're going to try to trap him. Rubin's there, finds the open man, Black, across the timeline. Will they foul? Some collision, no call. Probably a good no call there, although the fans wanted a foul. Down under 30 seconds, shot clock now at 12. Radovich hacked Mimilar, going for the steal. And Mason Mimilar will go to the line. He's got 12 points today. And we'll double check here at the line. He has been 2 of 2. Has the first one, and it's a 3-point lead. Mason on the season, 70%, and this one is huge. This one is huge. He makes it, it's a 4-point lead, 2-possession game. And Ithaca will have to hurry and shoot something quick. That's going to be short, so now they can tie it with a 3. Let's see who do they go to. Anybody on the court can shoot a 3 for Ithaca, but especially look for Spellman, 10, and Warwick, 21. Spellman, step back 3, and he's got it, and we're tied. That's the guy they wanted to shoot it, and he's the one who made it. Spellman went 3 of 3. His first 3 3-pointers of the day, he made them. and then he kind of went on a drought. Missed 3 in a row, but he makes that one again, and now we're tied at 71 with 8.8 seconds left. So what do you do if you're RPI? Well, unlike the pros, you don't get to inbound it at half court. So it's going to take a few seconds to get up the court, and who do you try to find? Well, their 2 best shooters from the outside this afternoon. Without doubt, Brian Kelly, 5 of 5 from distance, and Dom Black, he's been 3 of 4. Nobody else has made a three-pointer today. Doesn't mean they can't shoot the three-pointer. You know, we've seen Euchster yesterday nail a couple of three-pointers. We've certainly seen Ruben make his share. But the 2 guys with the hot hand right now are Black and Kelly. You might also see some sort of screen, maybe try to get someone, one of their big guys like Ambazo or Mimilar. Screen for him, get the ball down into the paint for one of those guys, maybe use the height advantage to get this last bucket. 8.8 seconds to go, tie ball game. It's been a terrific game all day. Ithaca with a great first half, had a 14-point lead. RPI down by 8 at halftime, started the second half with a 10-0 run, and it's just been back and forth ever since then. And now we're down to the final 8 seconds in this battle between the first place team in the league, RPI, and third place team, Ithaca. Ithaca looking for the upset. Here's the inbound to Black. Closely guarded, trying to drive in the lane. Nice feed, Mimilar up, and it's in, and RPI has the lead. And there's the buzzer. Beautiful pass from Dom Black to the cutting Mason Mimilar for the 2-footer that got the roll, and RPI wins it basically with, well, now hang on. Was there a timeout? Might have been anxious here. Maybe there was a timeout called with 1 second to go. Certainly the buzzer went off and there was no signal, but now the refs are huddling and saying, wait just a minute. I'm thinking at best there was maybe 1.5 seconds to go when that basket went in. You don't have the benefit of the pros to be able to, you know, go to NBA headquarters and find the precise time that it stopped. But when it looked to me, when the ball went through the net, when Mimilar's shot, there was about 1.5 seconds left. And what is the call? We still don't have a call here from the refs. So it is 73-71 RPI, taking the lead with about one, well, they're going to put 1.8, looks like 1.8. I was guessing it was about 1.5, but they're putting about 1.8 on the clock. And someone from Ithaca called timeout. At the same time, there were guys trying to inbound the ball and just fire up a desperation three-pointer. But someone called timeout for Ithaca. It was recognized by one of the referees. They're going to put 1.8 seconds left. They will have to inbound the ball on the end line, back under their own goal here. And I mean, you try to run some sort of screenplay, I would imagine, and have some guy just get open for some sort of three-point shot. If you're RPI, the thing is, the key here is don't foul. Do not foul. Because the last thing you want is for someone to be able to take 3 free throws and win this game for Ithaca. And the other thing to watch for is they'll be inbounding it after a made basket, so you can do that old trick play where you have sort of 2 inbound passes. A guy sets up, and another guy cuts behind the baseline, and there's a pass behind the line, if you will. But it doesn't look like that's going to happen because RPI is going to drop back and put all the defenders at midcourt. So here we go, 1.8 seconds to go. Spellman looking. Tipped away by Ruben. And the Engineers win it, 73-71. What a comeback by RPI, defeating Ithaca 73-71 on their home court. The Engineers maintaining their status as top dog in the Liberty League and up 73-71 as they run off the court here. Ithaca, I don't know if they were looking for a fraction of a second left on the clock, but that's going to do it here What an exciting game. Engineers trailing for most of the day, taking the lead on Memolar's basket with 1.8 seconds to go. Rubin tipping away the ball at the end, and RPI hanging on for a 73-71 win. Engineers next in action. It will be against Union on Tuesday. We will not be bringing you that game, but it will be at Union College as they continue the season. So, what a finish. Final score here, 73-71. RPI wins it. Thanks for joining us. I'm Yancey Roy, bringing you the action here on RPIathletics.com.